Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time here, my name is Tanya Avila. Today I want to take you guys through a full what I eat in a day. I've lost over 40 pounds and right now my goal is to tone up and lean out, so I am on a 10-week meal plan so I can lose those last 5 to 10 more pounds. Today is day 4 of our 10-week plan, so let's go ahead and get into it. Good morning guys, it is 5 a.m. right now. I'm getting ready to head over to the gym. I am trying a new gym right now. It's called EOS. I'm gonna skip the pre-workout snack because I am not lifting weights today. I'm just doing the Stairmaster for like 30 minutes and then I'll be back home for breakfast. Here, honestly, I do not want to go in. I'm so tired and I honestly don't really like this gym. Our workout is complete finally. It is 6:20, so I'm gonna start heading home and making breakfast. I am so out of breath. I literally finished my 30 minutes and walked right out. I did 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. It is officially day 4 of our cut and I am feeling good. Today we are having more of a high calorie, high carb day, so I'm super excited for that. So let's go ahead and get into that because I am hungry. What I just made the kids, I made them these like sprinkle pancakes. This looks so good. I'm gonna steal one bite. I know I shouldn't, but the temptation is so real right now. But honestly, moments like this is when you really gotta lock in when you're trying to lose that weight, because I know what a pancake tastes like and I've had pancakes so many times. And like I could make this fit, but I feel like my meal wouldn't be as filling because I would just be trying to stay into like a calorie deficit. When I am maintaining my weight, it would just be easier for me to fit a pancake into my breakfast. Right now we are trying to slim down. Like, they smell so good, but I know that if I make my breakfast that I have planned, it's gonna be just as good because I am hungry. And when you're hungry, you're gonna eat what's in front of you. These are my favorite sausage right now. This is called the Belinsky sausage and it's the spinach and garlic flavor. I go back and forth between turkey bacon and these sausages. Macros are so good. I'm pretty sure for one sausage, it's 12 grams of protein. So that and my eggs already put me almost at like 24 grams of protein right there. I need a very high protein packed breakfast because it makes me not crave sugar as much throughout the day, and that's really important for me because I have a crazy sweet tooth. So I'm always looking for like a good high protein breakfast. Doing 1 whole egg and then 70 grams of egg whites today. For egg, I'm gonna add spinach and feta, which is gonna be so good because we're gonna do an avocado toast. And I have to show you guys this bread that I use. If you're like eating clean or on a cut right now, this bread, I find it at Aldi's. It is so good because it only has 3 ingredients. Usually when you go to the store and you buy sourdough, they have a ton of sugar and just so many other ingredients. So it's like very high. 2 slices for 120 calories, but really it's like 1 slice because it's 56 grams and I've weighed it out before. And that's usually like 1 slice. Maybe like in the back you could do 2 slices, but this is the one right here. Screenshot it. It is so good and it tastes like regular sourdough bread. Just gonna be using avocado oil spray. I just do a quick little spritz of this, and this one is 0 calories, but of course if you use it in moderation, so it has to be a quick little spray. I love this because I don't have to worry about like the calories in like a butter or something. And then if I do want butter, I usually just save it like to add it on my toast or something like that. But when I'm making eggs, this is like my go-to, or even like the Belinsky sausage. I'm also gonna be adding some spinach and feta to that. I'm only gonna be doing 10 grams of spinach today just because I want a little bit less spinach, and then I'm gonna do like 10 grams of the feta. I do like an open omelet. I think it's because it makes me feel like I'm eating more because it just looks bigger. So I'm gonna flip this and then flip it right back. There we go. Like it's like in the egg, it's not like on the surface. Look at this slice of sourdough. It looks so good. One thing about me, I am such a carb girl. Like now especially, I could eat like a whole like thing of bread or like rice or like muffins or donuts. Like I am that type of girl. Like I like very bready, like starchy food. We're gonna go ahead and throw this on the same pan that I have the Belinsky sausages cooking. Now we got the whole family awake right now, so it is gonna be a little bit loud. I'm sorry if it's a little bit distracting. I'm gonna be doing probably 2 strawberries. And I do try my best to only get organic stuff when I'm shopping. Of course, it's not always easy, but I do try. We got our strawberries. I like to chop them up like this just because it kind of makes it feel like I'm eating a little bit more as well. Now, this is one of the most important things for me, a cappuccino. I need this to function. I'm telling you, I can barely talk when I don't have coffee in my system. Today, I want to do an iced cappuccino, but I am craving something a little bit more sweet. If you watched my videos before, you know my cappuccino is very simple. I do 2 shots of espresso and some milk. However, today I want to add a little bit of sweetener. Lately, I've been feeling like my coffee has been a little bit too bitter for me. The sweetener I use, it's monk fruit sweetener. It has no calories, just like a white cane sugar replacement. So I'm going to add half a teaspoon. I'm going to put a bunch of ice to cover this, and then I'm going to put a hot shot of espresso, 2 hot shots of espresso, and it will melt into the sugar, I hope. I don't know, because I've never tried this. These are the K-cups I use. They are called the Donut Shop Regular. I know a lot of people hate Keurig. Honestly, I love mine. Let me show you guys it. This is my Keurig, and she's honestly such a beauty. Let me move her up because she is a little bit big. I love that it does give me the espresso option. So it's not a true espresso, but it just concentrates the K-cup like a lot, so it can be like an espresso, if that makes sense. Add another one. The milk that I use is the Califia cashew milk, and it is so good. I switch between whole milk and cashew milk only because sometimes I do like having this low calorie option. Also does cold foam as well. There we go. Oh, this is my favorite part right here. So good. Oh, perfect. I actually told Ross to pick up some avocados yesterday, and look how good he did. Like, this is awesome. Love avocado. We as women need a ton of avocado, and one thing I've learned is that healthy fats don't make you fat. They keep you full and glowing. You just need to not overuse them because it is so easy to overeat your healthy fats, and your carbs. Fats are more calorie dense and they just add up very quickly. So I'm very precise with my avocado. And one thing I always have is this filled up. It just makes it look like there's a baker in the house. One thing about me, I cannot bake for the life of me. I've tried. The best I can do is like a banana bread. So I get these little Aldi's muffins, or I usually just get them croissants. These are for the kids. Look how good that looks, that cute little one on top. And these are so good. Honestly, I have temptation around me all the time, all day, 24/7, but it has really just made me stay focused and like just learn that like it's okay to have temptation, sit with it and not have it. Really try this breakfast. Like, look how big this plate is. That's actually crazy. If I were to make a pancake for the same amount of calories, like how I was saying earlier, I wanted a pancake, I would have had a little tiny pancake like the size of this egg, and I probably wouldn't have fit everything else onto my meal plan. So let's try this cappuccino. It's really good. I did taste a little bit of the sugar, but I don't mind. Tomorrow I'll just put the ice in after. And then look at this plate. I can't. I literally can't. Where's my... to add some Tabasco as well, but I want to get into the toast first. This is perfect after a workout. And this sausage, look how crispy it gets. This is what I love, like putting meal togethers that I actually love while I'm trying to lean out, because this right here, like I don't feel like I'm like depriving myself. Like I have a huge plate, and like this is gonna fill me up for hours. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this breakfast, and I'll see you guys for whatever we eat next. As my plate, oh my god, that breakfast was delicious. And honestly, I love being on like a plan like this, because before I was a little bit scared to eat carbs when I was trying to lose weight, and now it's like I'm eating everything I need, and I know I'm gonna lose weight, and it just feels so good. So I just had to share that. Yeah, we're eating good, we're eating healthy, we're eating to fuel our body, and that just feels amazing. Alright, so I just got ready for the day. We are gonna have some lunch now, and pretty much I got everything at Aldi's. And this is what I will say, when you are on your weight loss journey, it's just about making sure you get in your food and stick to your macros. It's not always gonna be pretty. So for a lunch today, I just have this pre-made chicken from Aldi's, and honestly it was super good. I've been eating this since yesterday, and I am hungry right now, so I know this is gonna work. It is perfect. So having stuff like this is very convenient. I know I have to cook dinner tonight, and I also cooked breakfast, so this is just gonna be lunch, and it's gonna be so easy, and it's already ready for me. The base for our bowl is gonna be shredded lettuce. Of course you could use salad, but I like to use shredded lettuce because it kind of reminds me of like a taco. So I'm gonna do 80 grams of shredded lettuce. Lettuce is what's gonna help us keep full. It's 125 grams of chicken. I honestly feel like this is only 100, but I want to heat this up. Ooh, it's only 87 grams of chicken. That's fine. So we'll eat like a little snack or something after. So Perfect. All right, we got our chicken, and this meal is gonna take us like 5 minutes. So it was actually supposed to be 100 grams of grilled chicken, and I only did, I think it was 87. So that's actually not bad. We're also going to be adding corn to this. I do like mine hot. Today I'm going to be doing 30 grams of corn. Yesterday I had extra corn and chicken, so I tried to base today's meal off of that just to make my life a little bit more convenient. So that's how I came up with like just making like a little taco bowl. 30 grams of corn going in, 20 grams of reduced fat cheese. And this is key because cheese can add up so quickly, but if you get reduced fat, it'll just fit in so much better, so you can have a little bit more. We're going to do 30 grams of Greek yogurt, and this is going to be like our sour cream. Of course, you could just use Greek yogurt. I would prefer to use, of course you could use sour cream. I would just prefer to use Greek yogurt because it'll give me more, and you really just have to find what works for you. If you don't like Greek yogurt, then it wouldn't work. But for me, I like Greek yogurt, and I could use it as like a sour replacement if it has nothing sweet in it. So this will just work for me. That way I feel like my bowl has a lot of sour cream. That's 717, so we're gonna take out 30 grams, and that would put us at 687. And look at this humongous bowl. Like, you're on a calorie deficit, but you're eating like this, you don't feel like you're on a calorie deficit because look how huge this is. And then my breakfast was also huge as well. What I will say though, I think I overate a little bit for breakfast because I was full. So tomorrow, if I make something like that, I'll just maybe do a little bit less eggs, or I won't add the avocado because I think maybe it upset my stomach. Speaking of, we're actually gonna add some avocado now. And this is the avocado I saved from this morning, and it's still good. And what I did was I just put a paper towel over it, and then I wet it with some water, and like brand new. You can't even tell. I don't know if it's actually that what worked or if it's because it has the pit, but either way it still worked. Right now I'm obviously feeling good, but not every day is like this. Like some days on the deficit is a lot harder, I will say, or like I just want to give in, but you really have to know your why. So for me, my why is that I want to get this over with so I can be on the other side, like being comfortable in my body, just feeling free, not feeling like insecure, all of that. And I am locking in on that, and just every day reminding yourself why you're doing this. So for me, I want to just be on the other side of this where I am confident in my body and just feeling good all the time. But I don't want to say you just have to push through, but just remember your why and remember your end goal, and that's always going to like give you some motivation. And also I feel like when you're doing it by yourself, it is a little bit harder. Like I have tried to lose weight by myself so many times, and there are so many errors I made, and now that I am like on an actual plan and like an actual workout plan, it is so much easier for me because I feel like I'm not restricting. I actually feel like I'm eating the most that I've ate while I'm losing weight, which is actually so crazy. So add a little bit of salsa, and I'm just going to be doing 2 tablespoons of this. This is like 5 calories. It's half a tablespoon, so I could do 4, but honestly I don't really like tomato that much, so I think I'm just going to do like 2 scoops of this. Now we have our lunch that I threw together super quick, so let me go ahead and show you guys that. Look at this huge bowl. I just want to show you guys how big it is. It's huge. And this is just lunch. I'm still having dinner and then my yogurt bowl after this. So let's take our first bite, and I do have to make a little TikTok video, so after that I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this. My mouth is watering. So this is our bite. I'm gonna add some Tabasco too, so I'll be back in a little bit. All right, so I'm heading to the park with the kids, and I'm bringing a little snack, which is gonna be 100 grams of green apple. Right, we're at the park, we're having our green apple, and honestly the kids right now are having some chips, and that does sound really good, but look, I'm just gonna enjoy this snack. And I'm thinking about how I'm just a little bit closer to my goal having this apple. And look, even the kids want some apples too. This is 100 grams of green apples, and this is just like our little post-lunch snack. That's what I do to get in extra steps throughout the day when I'm at the park with the kids. I'll like sit down for a little, but then usually I'm walking the entire time like around the playground that they're playing at. So I am 33 minutes in, just like casual walking, nothing crazy. And that way I can still watch them and stay active. So yeah, It is super hot though. Alright, I am back home now to make dinner, and since I am a little bit lazy, honestly, I'm going to make pretty much the same meal, but I'm going to replace the chicken for ground beef instead. So we're going to do like a ground beef bowl with that. So right now I'm just making some more corn because I needed some more of that. And then for my family, I'm going to make them some yellow rice. That way they have like yellow rice and lettuce and the corn and like all the works. I'm not going to eat any of the rice, but I am going to still have my lettuce base. I'm going to cut up some onion now, and what else do I need to do? And then we're going to cook up this ground beef. Also add beans, but I'm all out. I was looking everywhere in the pantry. I just don't have any. Usually this is the seasoning I use, the Siete mix seasoning, and it is so good. But I was looking at the nutrition, of course, and it is 15 calories per teaspoon. That's literally nothing. And honestly, I used to use the entire pack. So for my onion, I just did some like diced up, and then I did like these long ones as well, just to like maybe throw on top. We're gonna start cooking our ground beef. I do love ground beef, but I haven't had it in forever because a lot of the times like I would just eat very boring, and that's how like on the weekend I could never stay consistent because I wasn't eating like the foods that I love. I was just eating like very bland and like just the same all the time, like chicken, broccoli. But on this meal plan, I want to make sure that I'm like changing it up and like giving myself cheese, giving myself avocado, giving myself all the stuff that I love, like bread. I love bread. I stopped eating bread for a long time just because I felt like it was gonna make me fat. So no, we're not doing that. This meal plan, we are eating everything that I love, but just making sure we stay on track for the entire 10 weeks. And I just want to see my body transform because I know that it's going to, especially giving it everything that I love. So we're making our ground beef. Let me show you what we got going on over here. We're gonna do our salt, pepper, oregano as well. There's a little bit of sazon because this has so much flavor. It's super strong. Garlic powder, 15 calories. So we'll do 2 teaspoons. So we have a teaspoon. There we go. And this looks and smells amazing. Let me try one more. So good. I'm gonna start making dinner while plating my dinner. So let's start plating our dinner, and I just want to tell you guys the macros first. The calories are gonna be 240. We're gonna do 90 grams of lean ground beef, and then 100 grams of lettuce, 20 grams of corn, 30 grams of onion, and then 30 grams of Greek yogurt, and 10 grams of reduced fat cheese. I'm pretty much all out of my shredded lettuce. I don't think this is gonna be 100 grams, but we're gonna see. So let's see how much lettuce this is. It's 44 grams of lettuce. So I have 40 grams of lettuce, which is okay, I guess. We're gonna do 90 grams of this ground beef. When I was intuitively doing stuff, I would also be thinking, that I was going over my calories. So I would try to make my plates like a lot smaller and like really focus on like portion control to the max. Do our reduced fat cheese, and this is the Mexican style. I got this one at Aldi's. You guys actually saw this earlier, and you can see that the portions on this meal are a little bit smaller. So we're only gonna do 10 grams of this cheese, and this cheese was honestly really good. Like I don't taste a difference. It tastes exactly the same. Now we're gonna add our sour cream, and I use this one so that I can have more instead of using regular sour cream. Of course I could use sour cream, but I don't mind using Greek yogurt, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 30 grams of this. And then for this bowl, we're actually not using avocado like how we did on the last bowl because I did have avocado for breakfast. But look at this, it looks so good. And what I eat in a day, these are the behind the scenes right now. Dinner, and I forgot to put Tabasco for lunch, and then I was just so hungry I didn't feel like getting up to put it. So let's add a little bit of Tabasco. That might be a little bit too much. I used to be crazy over hot sauce. Now I can barely do it. And let's just make sure we mix everything up. Ground beef was actually a lot. Like 90 grams of ground beef is a lot. This looks so good. Let me show you guys the meal. This is what it's looking like. I know it doesn't look pretty now that I mixed everything up, but it's not about being pretty or aesthetic or perfect. It's just about being consistent. So we're making that meal right now, and we got everything that we need today. And then tonight we're gonna enjoy a little Greek yogurt bowl. Let's try her. And the reason why I wanted to start a meal plan is because I was so tired of the starting over. So like Monday through Friday eating like a diet, and then on the weekend just completely eating whatever I wanted to, and feeling like I just re-ate the calories that I like was on a deficit for. No, it's not going to be easy trying to stay committed to like 10-week plan. But honestly, I know that I need it. I know that I need that structure, and I know once I complete it, I'm going to be so proud of myself. And I'm like, I've been what's it called, I've been losing and gaining like the same 5 pounds. So I know like I just need that structure, and that's what like I'm here for. Like I need that. So I'm excited to take you guys on this journey with me. Of course, when you're like more overweight and you get on a calorie deficit, you start losing the weight quickly. But when you start getting to those last like 10 pounds, 5 pounds, it gets very stubborn, and like every single thing counts. So it's the best way for me to hold myself accountable. And like, I don't see it as restriction because I'm gonna give myself so much freedom. I just see it as like having structure, which is something that I need. All right guys, I am back to end the night, and of course I'm gonna end the night with my Greek yogurt bowl. I can never not have my Greek yogurt bowl. So tonight we're gonna do 100 grams of Greek yogurt, and this is the one I like to use. It is non-fat. Also, it is day 4 complete of this plan, and I'm feeling good. I will say though, I was craving pizza so bad. So tomorrow I'm gonna see if I can like fit like low calorie or like low carb, like maybe keto type pizza into my plan. That way I can get that craving out the way. And the thing with this meal plan is I'm really trying to give myself what I want, but just make sure it fits my plan. I rose beautifully today. I stayed in my deficit, so I am so proud of myself. So my daughter took a bite of all my apples, so I'm like, oh my god, all my apples are gonna go bad. I'm gonna use one right now in my Greek yogurt bowl, and then I'm also gonna try to use some tomorrow morning. That way they don't all go bad. But I just wanted to come on here and say that when it comes to weight loss, the most important thing is that drive. Of course, like, you want to lose weight, you want to be in your dream physique, but at the same time, it's like, how bad is it important to you? So like, how bad are you willing to make the sacrifices? Like, at the end of the day, I know that I need to stick to my plan, and the time's gonna pass by. These 10 weeks are gonna pass by, and if I like have little stuff like that happening, I'm gonna slip up, I'm not gonna feel good, and I want to feel my best. So my goal is to just stick to it no matter what's going on. For me, the hardest thing is the weekend. So Monday through Friday I do amazing. Like, it's just the weekend for me where it's really hard for me to stay consistent. So this weekend we're gonna see how I do, because I see family, everybody's eating, we like social events, stuff like that. So my plan is to actually have a plan instead of just like being kind of like nervous, like, oh my god, the weekend's coming, or try and not eat as much throughout the day, and then when I go somewhere feeling like, oh, I can eat because I didn't eat too much throughout the day. No, this weekend I'm sticking to a plan. So I'm logging in everything that I want to eat, or that I am going to eat, and making sure that it fits. So I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm making sure I do this. And if you're someone that also struggles on the weekend, just decide, I'm not a person that messes up on the weekend anymore. I'm the person that Monday through Sunday, or Sunday to Sunday, I get it done. So a quick fix, it's like a lifestyle change. I'm learning new habits. I'm rewiring my brain to know that I can do anything that I put my mind to. And I already forgot how much we're doing of everything. We're doing 100 grams of apple, 100 grams of red strawberries. I mean, of 100 grams of red apple, 100 grams of strawberries, and then 5 grams of huge chocolate chips, and 5 grams of the PB2 cocoa. Because I felt like I've ate so much today, and like, usually when I try and like figure out what I'm doing myself to like lose weight while I'm like trying to intuitively eat, I feel like I never eat this much. And the weirdest thing is that I've ate so much the last 4 days, but I feel like I look so slim, which is crazy. Like, I don't know. I haven't weighed myself though, because I told myself I wasn't gonna weigh myself for at least 2 weeks and just like commit to it, because sometimes when you weigh yourself you'll get distracted and like you'll wake up one day you're like low, the next day you go up, and then the next day you hit a new low, and it's just like it just messes with your mind sometimes. So I told myself I wasn't gonna weigh myself for the first 2 weeks. So honestly, I feel like it's gonna be good when I do weigh myself though, and it's gonna be worth it that I waited, because my mind is just like looking at the way I look instead of like thinking of a number on the scale. Especially because I've also been working out too. Like I was doing Pilates for the last 2 months, and now that I'm like lifting weights again, it just feels really good. Like my muscle feels like it's like coming in, which obviously I know it's not coming in like 4 days, but still, well, it's been like a week of me working out, but still. And then we're gonna do 5 grams of our chocolate PB2, and I made it super thick. I love it like that. And then I'm just gonna put this right into my bowl. Look at this bowl, it's overflowing like myself. Let's take a bite. So here's our little sweet treat to end the night, and I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this now and then be off to bed, because I do have to wake up early for the gym tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.